It's your boy E here, and look, you know, the last video I made was talking about what's done in the dark is coming to light. That's the age that we live in, and yes, God is exposing people. We live in a time right now where yes, God is exposing people. God is showing you who people truly is. God is lifting the veil off people. People are starting to see people true colors. You know what I'm saying? Things that people lied about. People are starting to find out that, oh, that shit ain't true. The things that people were saying was true. People starting to figure out, oh, that was a whole ass lie. You know what I'm saying? The things that people was doing behind the scenes that was hurting and abusing somebody, you know what I'm saying, some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Those people are getting put on spotlight. You know what I'm saying? Things are starting to come the fuck out, bro. All type of things, man. And so what I'm finna start doing now is I'm finna start reporting. I'm finna start doing reports on certain things that I see in the world that actually represents exactly what I'm talking about when I say what's done in the dark is coming to light and God is exposing people. That's the time we live in. And so this right here is something that I found, man, and I'm going to explain exactly why I feel that way about this whole situation right here. So we have a state trooper, y'all. State trooper. This was a Texas state. This was a Texas A&M. This was a Texas A&M game versus Carolina. Was it North Carolina? I don't know which one it was, but yeah, it was Texas A&M versus Carolina State, I guess. And Carolina was whooping their ass. They was whooping Texas A&M's ass. They was up and they was whooping their ass. And the state trooper, the Texas state trooper from there, didn't like that. And he decided to be an asshole and do this type shit. Check it out. You see what I'm saying?
That is trade.
That is some hoe ass shit. Why are you mad at the player? Why are you doing that to the player, bro? And do you see what I mean when I say social media is basically a tool that God is using to expose people? Yes, social media is a tool that God is using to expose people. And people like this Texas, this trooper dude, you know what I'm saying? Hold up, let me see. We got another one right here.
Does this state trooper intentionally bump into this player from South Carolina? Oh, hell no. There's no way you can say this is an accident. Then you turn and push at him. Somebody get his badge. His ass need to be gone. Oh, hell no.
Yeah, exactly. So, he was mad. And see, this is what and now, let's get into the meat and potatoes of this thing. So, this is what this state trooper decides to do when the camera's on him. While the cameras are rolling, this is what he decided to do, right? He has the gall, the nerve to do something like this, right? While the cameras are rolling. So, the underlying unspoken language is speaking when it speaks in this team. It is saying, if you have the gall to do something like that while the cameras are rolling, I can only imagine what that type of shit you do when the cameras aren't rolling. What kind of a monster are you, bro? Why did you do this? Why would you do this to a player? He's only doing what he loves to do. He loves to play ball. He's out there working, trying to make sure they win. This is what he's supposed to do. Why are you pushing this player like, you know what I'm saying, then trying to turn around and look at them like they did something to you when you the one came through and tried to push up on no boy? You know what I'm saying? Do you see the way he tried to gaslight that whole situation and make it seem like it was their fault and it wasn't his and he wasn't the one in the wrong? Do you see that? This cop is actually being looked at right now by millions of people. And they are looking at him a certain way right now. And now, this is the kicker of the whole thing, right? So, He was mad that Texas A&M was getting their ass whooped in this game, right? Now notice how I only said they was getting their ass whooped, right? Because they actually won that game. What it was, 20-something to 3? And they actually won. It wound up being 30-3, I think. And they actually came back and won 31-30. From what if my memory served me correctly. But I know they won. No matter, nonetheless, even if I'm wrong on the score, they won. They came back and won. So while you was doing all this here huffing and puffing and mad and doing all that bullshit, your team won anyways. See, this is why I say God is working, because see, God allowed your team to lose. See, and he was really mad because the team that they was losing against ain't even a team that people felt like they should have been losing to. You get it? Like, they weren't even the team that people thought that they should be losing to, right? So it was a damn shame for them to be losing to this team, right? Even though they came back and won, right? But see how God worked? Because God allowed your team to be getting their ass whooped, right? Just enough to test your spirit to see if you was going to stay calm or was you going to allow who that true ugly monster of yourself is to come on out. And what you did was allow your monster to be shown, the demon that you are deep down inside to be shown. You allowed that to bloom and blossom, and for everybody to see your ass on camera do it, only for your team to still win the game anyway. So you really did it for nothing. You ain't even really have to be mad because your team won and God played you like that. You see what I'm saying? That team, I only know this because I was just talking to my brother earlier today on the phone, and he was telling me about the Texans. I was talking about the Texans game that they won against the Jaguars because you know what I'm saying, the Jaguars was whooping their ass and they came back. But he was talking about the Texas A&M game, and he was just telling me how they came back. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why I know this. And then when this popped up in front of me, I'm like, God damn, he mad because, maybe he didn't know that they were gonna win that game. But see, that's how God will do. God ain't do nothing but test the spirit of this team, man, the people around here. God tested them by allowing them to get their ass whooped and to see how they handle the adversity, to see how people gonna handle being in adversity, some adversity that they didn't know they was gonna be in. But God put a test on you sometimes to see how you gonna react. And sometimes you will act a fool and show who you really are. But see, because a lot of times you probably never showed this to certain people. Certain people never got to see this part of you, but now everybody gets to see you. And then you got seen for no reason because your team won, which is what is so ironic about the whole situation. I'm like, goddamn, your team won and you did all this shit and made yourself look like an idiot, look like an asshole, look like a whole dick out here. You know what I'm saying? You ain't have to do that to them people, man. But like I say, man, God is exposing, man. And he is doing it in his divineful way. Like, and it's crazy, like, cause anything that pops up that kind of gives me that symbolism of that, I can see it. It's like I'm like, damn, ain't that guy working right there? Cause this whole thing ain't nothing but me just what God allowed me to see through this shit, man. Dude, I know y'all see it too, right? Let me see if there's
Texas
anything else.
A&M dismisses trooper from game after apparent incident with South Carolina players. Texas A&M embarked on a highly entertaining voyage against South Carolina Saturday, going down 30-3 before scoring 28 unanswered points to take the lead.
Then they came and scored 28 unanswered points to take the lead. See, they were down 3, they scored 23, and now they was up 31. See, so I guess I was right about that. So yeah, see what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy, bro. They came back and won. And this trooper just looks stupid. But the bad thing about it is, they only gonna sit this nigga home, man. See, that's the thing, man. They still gonna keep him on the dance. They gonna keep him on payroll. They gonna keep him working. You know what I'm saying? Even though he did some fucked up shit. You know what I'm saying? They still keeping him there. But one thing I can say is he did get exposed. A lot of people do see him now. Like, the veil has been lifted off of him. and that motherfucker see who his character really could be. I really hope they start getting people to watch that motherfucker now, like really put an eye on him, like, you know what I'm saying? Because you never know who this person, the way this person acted out there, man, you never know what type of shit they doing, dog, when them cameras ain't on. So I'm just saying, dog, this shit was crazy, man. But anyways, man, let me know how y'all feel about this whole situation. This shit crazy, right? All right, man. Well, I'm out. Peace.